Hello, 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 and Happy New Year. We have another year to do some real serious stuff. Shayna, what you think?
I'm ready.
Okay, if this is your first time tuning in, I'm your host, Lenoria, and this is my co-host,
I'm Shayna.
Shayna, and we have a special guest. I'm so excited. His name is JD, and we're going to talk about gender role today, guys. And we're going to dive right in because I think he has something to say. What you have to say? What are we going to talk about, guys?
Well, you know, it's hello and thank you for having me first off.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to add a little perspective to what we consider gender roles are.
Mm-hmm. What is it like? If I was to be in the car with my man, and when I get out, I would want him to open the door for him, right?
That's one of the minor ones that we
The
overlook.
minor? What's the major then?
One of the ones that we overlook.
Listen, you get out, I will get out. I don't need free. I'm not gonna sit
Well,
here like you better come.
I
with
like
this.
for
It's
my
not that
man to
serious.
open the door.
And that's cute. It's cute. I'm just saying it's not that serious to me. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm still sitting in the car because he didn't come open the
But
door.
men don't expect for us to open it, right? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. That's kind
Ah.
of the idea behind it, right? It's the idea behind gender roles is what's expected of us and what's expected of you guys. Right?
Ah.
So for example, you may not need or even care about your door being opened, right?
Yeah.
However, it isn't even a thought that you're gonna open the door for us.
Well, he's got a point.
Yeah, because that's weird. Like,
That's a gender role.
And see, you said that's weird, and it is because I've never known a girl to open the door for a guy.
I thought the whole thing was y'all open the door for us, we get in the car, we make sure like your door's unlocked or something.
Well,
or
that's extremely primitive because we unlock
We unlock all
the
the
door. So you don't have to reach over to unlock the door. Like that was the premise behind it from the
Okay.
beginning.
Okay.
You get in, unlock the door for us from the other side, but you don't have to reach to unlock doors these days.
Okay.
So the premise behind that has never changed. We're still expected to open doors. I've been on a date or two where I've gotten out the car, oblivious, start heading to the door, and realized my accomplice was not behind me.
Where was it? Where was
She was still in the car,
Waiting on you to open the door?
waiting on me to come around
And
and
that's
open
crazy.
the door. And I never realized, it didn't even dawn on me that, you get what I'm saying, that I was in the wrong. We were talking, we were in full conversation. I got out the car in conversation. I closed the door. I'm still in conversation, headed to the door.
Oh,
Only to look
man.
back, she not there.
Was she somebody new that you were dating?
It was a first date.
Oh, was
It was
she?
the first date.
Well, how did you feel? I mean, what did you think about that? Did you think
Well-
right then, okay, now you tripping, or
Yes, I did.
or did you feel bad for yourself, like I should have known to do it, or what?
Well, this particular situation was in my younger days.
Okay.
Right? So
Okay.
me being young, kind of hot-headed, feeling myself, had an ego,
Yes,
you know what
yes.
I mean? I initially like, oh, she tripping. You get what I'm saying? Like, this our first date. Who she thinks she is? That's what my initial thought was.
Okay.
And my initial action was I jumped back in the car, crunk it up, and we peeled out.
Oh, so let me go back, y'all. So this is my older brother. We're both Geminis, but I'm a June Gemini. Y'all know we cool.
And now y'all can see where Shayna get her ways in her thinking.
No, May Geminis is different. They different from the June Gemini. So that's why I wanted to bring it back, because when you was like back in my younger days, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was a different person.
Like, oh my gosh.
Absolutely. But
Aw.
it's the entitlement for me. That's what it was.
But JD, that was probably just
It was extremely immature what it was on my part.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm thinking on whose part?
On
because
my part.
she was just used to being treated like a lady.
Exactly.
And you didn't
hold
know
on.
to.
So I wouldn't feel like less of. Let me say, okay, if we're coming out of somewhere, if we're walking to the car, yes, I would think that you would open my door. Would it be like a date killer for me if you did? No.
Well, it depends on what kind of person you are, though. If you were one of those, the people that had etiquette, how do you say, diplomacy and tact and etiquette about yourself, and everything that you did was a certain way. You were raised that way. When you got with a man and he didn't do it, you're looking at him like,
what's happening.
Yes.
It's a culture shock.
Right.
Kind of for
Yeah.
you.
And it's like, why didn't you do that? And you're judging. And you're like, okay, as a woman, you're like, okay, I know this is not somebody I might not want to be with because he doesn't even know to open my door. My father has taught me that a man should open my door. My brothers open their door. So we already off on the wrong foot. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly where her mind was.
Okay.
That's not
exactly
going to keep me from not getting out the car. So cool. I might say in my head, yeah, this is gonna be the last date. But I wouldn't be like, I'm just gonna sit here and see.
No, but some girls are like that.
Absolutely.
If she was way out there in the bougie land, and I don't even, that's kind of just, I shouldn't even say that. Not just bougie land, but if she was raised that way to just know, hey, this is the way a man should treat you, and if he doesn't, do not reply or respond to it. So she didn't reply or respond to it. She sat right there in that car like, I know we're not getting out because nobody came and opened my door.
It
right?
can't be time for me to get out.
It can't be time for me to get out. Exactly.
So, but it was also a culture shock for me as well.
Right.
I'm young. I'm not the women in the arena that I'm used to dealing with hasn't required that.
Y'all both learned something about each other that day.
Absolutely.
That day.
100%. So the date was over. It never even, like
Oh.
I said, I took her home because I was I was immature. I felt like that's something that my woman has to earn. That's where I was at that point.
Okay.
Right? But
okay.
so I didn't comply. I took her home. That was that. Right.
Did you ever talk to her ever again?
Never talked to her again. But fast forward.
Y'all could have been,
It
if
may have
y'all
been
had a
something
talk,
special.
yeah.
It could have been something special. But you fast forward, right? Years, maybe a decade later, and I picked up a young lady for a date. And in this situation, I pulled up and she walked out to my car and stood there. I hit the unlock, click. click, it's unlocked. Right? And she stood there. She didn't move. And it immediately clicked on. It didn't dawn on me what was happening at first.
Right.
But then it clicked. She wanted me to open her door for her.
Yes.
I got out the car, walked around, opened the door for her. We had a great time that
Right.
day. All right.
Okay.
But all this is relevant because it is absolutely a gender role. It's expected, whether you care or not, or
Don't care.
Don't
Do
care.
or don't.
it's a gender role.
So let's dive further.
And again,
into
this is
roles.
the bottom
The little
shelf.
lady
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll
Simple
take
stuff.
This bottom shelf, and we got
Like
good
washing
dialogue
dishes
out
or
the bottom.
cleaning the house and stuff.
Now, go
Y'all
ahead.
think it's supposed to be the woman's?
Well,
not
well,
this day and time,
Well,
probably not.
let's get into it.
Okay.
I feel that when to me a gender role is simply natural instincts. That's what my definition of a gender role is.
I mean, but
I'm a traditional man. I'm
Okay.
old school. So it's my natural instinct to open my woman's door. It's my natural instinct to pay all the bills.
It is now because you've learned all these things. It wasn't at first,
It
right?
To open the door, it wasn't, but to
Okay.
be a provider,
Okay.
to be a traditional man,
Yes.
I've always been that
Okay.
guy. You get what I'm coming
Okay.
from?
Gotcha.
I've always wanted to spoil my lady. I've always she's never had to pay bills. You get what I'm coming
Wow.
from?
Yes.
It's my home. If I can't afford to live here, then you get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
ain't no sense
Right.
in you having to chip in. You
Yes.
get what I'm coming from?
I
So-
get it.
So that's always been a gender role to me. That's
That's
my
what women are looking for.
Exactly. And that's what I was just about to say. Women want that,
Mm-hmm.
but then you got women saying, why do gender roles exist? And this is why. Because some men are just naturally in tune to do certain things. All right, I give you another one. It might be minor, but I give you another one. Gender role, right? Somebody, you hear, we're asleep in the middle of the night and a window break.
Yeah, you're right. Because every time I hear something, and this is funny that he would say this, guys. I know what you're about to say. When I hear something, I'm looking at my husband like, you ain't gonna go
What
see
you
what
finna
the
do?
idiot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what you think I'm supposed to go down there? But guys, last night was New Year's Eve. Today is New Year's Day. And before, it was kind of early, but wherever you are, there are people that will start in the afternoon popping stuff off. We were watching TV and I heard something boom, boom. And I was like, okay, are they popping it now? And I was like, and he's watching the Georgia game, which they won.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
Go Dogs.
And we were watching that and I was like, I heard something. And he was like, oh, jump. It's time for me to go in the other room because here you go on the turn. I said, I heard something, you know. So I grabbed the remote and I put it on mute. And then I hear the other popping. I said, oh, they done already started doing the fireworks. But I'm looking at him like, why didn't you?
It's automatic.
It is. He's right.
Okay, yes. Well, okay. I need another. Give me another one.
All right,
Give me
I'm gonna give you another one. At first, let me say this, and this may seem misogynist or whatever, right?
Okay.
But gender roles will always exist. And it's just women need help with theirs.
No.
Let me explain. I know that sounds crazy, but let me
need help
explain.
with ours?
Let me explain.
Some women, because
Let's take the dishes for example.
Uh-huh.
That's the only gripe I get in my relationships is that I don't help around the
Who
house.
need help? It's dishwashers.
Listen what I'm trying to tell you. My ladies in the past has always said, well, you don't help, you don't never cook. You see dishes in the sink, you just walk past them. You get what I'm from?
Now see, okay, I see what you're talking about.
Right? You guys request help in those areas.
The cooking part, I don't request help or even look for it, but those dishes, if I cook, you need to be washing the dishes.
Now,
why do I
I'm
need
glad
to
you
cook,
said
clean, wash?
I'm glad you said
all
that.
of that.
I'm glad you said that. To the point to where we come up with men don't mind compromising, and we say, okay, cool, baby. If you do this, I don't mind doing the dishes.
Okay.
You did them this time, I do them next time.
Okay.
Right? We don't mind making those compromises.
But I'm not about to compromise putting no trash out.
Now,
I don't want to put no trash.
what you're not gonna do is somebody break that window at 2 a.m. I say, baby, I did it last time.
Oh no.
It's your turn. to
And
go
what does
check.
that mean? You gonna do it again this time?
So if you guys are oblivious,
Oh wow.
if you guys are oblivious,
I think he's saying something, guys.
if you guys are oblivious to the security, right? I pay all the bills. You probably don't even know how much the light bill is. If you're oblivious to
Is
the
he
bill,
talking to me?
no, I'm just
Is
saying.
he talking to
I'm
just
saying
me?
in general.
He's talking to you
I'm
guys.
saying in general.
It's not in general.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
If it's me being the man and I make sure you never ever have to take out the trash, right? If I miss trash day on Tuesday, it's just missed. It's not gonna be you going to cover for me and get it to the street. You get what I'm coming from? So if you're
Shayna, you ain't saying anything.
If you're oblivious to the trash, if you're oblivious to the bills, if you're oblivious to having to go check who broke in the house, why can't I be oblivious to the dishes?
So here's my thing. A lot of households aren't like your household.
I agree.
So I'm going to work every day. You're going to work every day.
Mm-hmm.
We're splitting our bills.
Mm-hmm.
So why aren't we splitting what's going on in our house? So that's my thing. If you're paying all the bills, I don't have no problem with doing everything I need to do as a woman, because I feel like a lot of men want the relationship that their grandfathers had. When their grandfathers went to work and their grandmothers didn't have to do nothing but stay home and take care of the house and the kids.
I agree.
And so that's not where we are. A lot of relationships aren't there. So if you're in a relationship where you're doing all of that, I agree with you that these things, should be done per gender. Now, I think that men know how to clean just like women know how to clean.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, if I'm working a 9 to 5 and you're working a 9 to 5, like when I get home, sometimes it's some different. Did you go pick up something or something? Because
yeah.
All right. So with that being said,
Men think that's our role. They think that that's our role for the dinner and to go and get it and
you still go to work.
And they can be home all day.
Let's be honest. A lot of times y'all want to work. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of times where you have to. But I've been in situations where I've said you don't have to work, but a woman doesn't want to be. A woman doesn't want to be confined to just that.
That's true. I'm that woman.
That's the problem. You don't have to
woman.
go to work. You need to have some business about yourself.
Yes.
I agree.
Doing something at
And
home
so,
or something. You
part
can't
of
just
your business. If you're still a stay-at-home mom. That's number one. But you can have a business for yourself to where you're doing, you're venturing out, you done started a business, that's great. So you can have something extra to do.
I think that is where the dynamic shifted from our grandparents to us. Our grandmother's dream was to take care of the household.
Right.
Their dream was to take care of their family.
Right.
So
Our women today are dreaming way beyond that. Therefore,
It
their
seems like we're
dreams-
the leaders.
Yeah.
It seems like more women are out
Exactly.
there getting it in
Exactly.
than the men.
Who were we raised by? You know the women in our family. The
Exactly.
women in our family run shit.
That's the point.
Period.
Ours too. Ours too.
Completely.
So that's when you trickle it down to their children. It's like we are designed to. We're not used to letting a man just take care of us. Even if that is the case, I still have to sit back and be like, yeah, this is weird.
All right.
So
No, I'm used to it though. I'm used to a man taking care of his business, like the things that is just a no-brainer. You got to come in and know that you're going to be paying the bills.
Well,
know
see,
that
and
you're
my-
going to be doing these kind of things.
I grew up different
like
though.
he was
Like
saying.
Exactly.
my mom worked. My mom ran our household.
Yes.
My dad was a stay-at-home dad. He was a pastor, but he was a stay-at-home
I
dad.
love
My
your
picked-
dad.
He picked us up from school. He cooked dinner. He washed clothes. Like my dad was a stay-at-home dad. So seeing this growing up, it's like, okay, I gotta get my shit together
Right.
because
That role model your mother gave.
yeah,
is
I
you-
can't
yeah.
rely on a man to do what he.
But
he
that's what they
might do.
chose to do. They decided on that because even though you grew up in the same house, he knows that
I
when
don't
he with
think it
his
was a-
woman, he
I
pays those
ended up
bills.
a
think it was a
traditional man.
That's right. You're a
I
traditional
was-
man,
yeah.
right?
I don't think it was a decision that my parents decided on. It was what
It's
had
just
to be
how it
done.
happened.
Okay, yeah. So somebody had to be with the kids.
I
Yeah.
mean, so-
With
somebody
that
had-
being said, though, can you see the difficulty when most relationships are like what we grew up in? But like I said, I still became a traditional man. But can you see how that'll create a rift, right, in the relationship? Here it is. I don't want not necessarily saying I don't want my woman to dream beyond taking care of her man, right? But when women do dream beyond taking care of the house and taking care of the man, that's when gender roles become less and less significant.
Well, I feel
Right.
like if you're dreaming beyond that, hopefully your dreams are getting us to a place where we're paying somebody to come and do the gender roles in the house. Like
Yeah,
shit.
I tried that too. I tried to get a maid, and my wife didn't like. Oh no, she don't do it like I like it.
Well,
Okay, so yeah, that's weird.
Well, no, that's not weird because I'm gonna tell you, I've had a housekeeper for 4 years. Not now, that was earlier on, and when the kids were young. And he is right. I said the same thing.
But so you
Because-
teach them how to do it how you want it done. Like I'm not, baby. Listen, if I don't have the time and we can afford to pay somebody, I'm gonna find somebody that's gonna do it how I want it to be done.
Okay.
Like yeah.
You can
that's-
tell them, but sometimes they still don't do it exactly the way. And
Oh, it's
they-
gonna be somebody. It's way too many. It's way too many
Okay.
businesses out here for that.
Yeah.
I would never turn that down. Like the people that come and clean my mama's house, they is terrible. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I've told her that several times. They come in there and play around for 2-3 hours, and I'm like, Mom, what
What are
they
we
doing
paying them
here?
for? Yes.
What if they
It's
do?
a lot of different dynamics when it comes to that. I can't hire. I gotta be very. Let's say I wanna. You asking me to help you around the house.
Mhm.
It ain't my thing. I want to hire a housekeeper.
Okay.
I gotta
But you
be
don't want that
super
house.
careful. I gotta be super
Because
careful.
she think you might be with the house.
I gotta be super careful. I can't even hire an attractive housekeeper.
No, so
right? I gotta go get
No,
Mrs.
we don't want
Doubtfire.
a young one
You
with
gotta
that.
get Florence.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, you wouldn't. You could tell, hey, I want you to hire a housekeeper. Like that should be her job. You have to let
Her do it,
that.
yeah,
Gotcha.
and she'll be
If
okay
you're not
with it.
planning
If
on
she
hiring
hires
a
him.
man, you have to let her handle that.
But see, that's a gender role.
Oh, a man won't be coming to clean up no house. Another man ain't gonna let another man come and clean up his house. Not a fine man at that.
It don't have
It
to be.
ain't gonna happen
It
no
just has to
other
be
way.
a cleaning. Like I don't care as long as you can clean. Child, I'm not here for that. I don't even have to be here when you be here. Like it's not even that.
I don't even
serious.
trust anyone that well to do that. My cousin, she does that. We were on the phone. She's like, well, I have to. I'm leaving now, and I was like, I know. I hear the cleaning lady. She was like, yeah, they know how to lock up. I was like, no, ma'am.
See what I'm saying?
I don't do that.
A lot
I
of
mean, it's
people like
okay. And my father was like that. You know, they would come in. No, I don't. No, you're not being in my house, and I'm not there. I don't have that kind of trust.
All right, let's take it a step further.
Okay.
We both got a job.
Mhm.
We both paying 50-50 on the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still don't feel like gender roles should exist?
I think some. I think some gender roles, but if I'm at work all day, you at work all day. Just like when you get off work, you're not trying to come home and cook. Me either. I'm not saying not all the time, but men be like, I should come home to a cooked meal. Yeah, it's gonna be cooked. It's gonna be cooked from China King. Down the street.
That's my only thing. I don't want to come home and wonder what I'm about to eat.
Yeah, cool. So
I don't care if you cook it or buy it.
Okay, so and see that's a difference because some men be like, nah, I don't want to order out.
Nah.
I want you to cook, baby. I don't know who cooking 5 days a week because no.
I don't need that.
Um,
However,
You cook 5 days a week?
no.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Because you keep my son at your daycare and then you go cook.
so
5
what
days
about
a
the
week.
dishes though?
Most of the
So
time.
I have a dishwasher and I have a dishwasher kit. I'm not washing no dishes, period. Even when I do cook, she knows she finna clean up. So if that's not the case, you don't have no dishwasher kit in your house, you still have a dishwasher. So putting dishes in the dishwasher should never be an issue. Like, why is that part of our argument?
It's not part of the argument. However, it's part of acknowledging that gender roles should exist because I'm not even gonna let you take out the trash.
Okay, but okay, so
sweet. We got a real gentleman here,
take out the
guys.
trash, but it's only because the only guy in my house is 5 years old.
But
But,
that's different. I'm saying if you was in a relationship and you and your man stay there and he knocked the dishes out every now and then, you're gonna continue to be oblivious to that trash. You're never gonna. If you got a man in the house, you ain't touching the trash.
I've done that though. So my thing, okay, so I lived in an apartment, so I had valet trash, so you really just had to sit outside the door.
Okay.
That's besides the point. I still took the trash out, but I don't know what was kind of going on with him, but you know, he was staying there, he wasn't working.
I've heard this story.
There was just trash sitting there, there's
Yeah,
dishes
that's the
sitting
problem.
there, ain't no dinner cooked, like this man been sitting here all goddamn day, like I just, you know, so listen, if you're not gonna do it, guess what? It's gonna get done. So
But you gotta go though.
yeah.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
You're not
But
gonna
what
just
you're
sit
saying,
around and
like,
not
if-
do
if
anything.
my husband just,
Not happening.
okay, damn, I totally forgot about trash day. Like if I hear the trash truck and I know the trash ain't been taken out, I'm gonna go. I promise you, I will go grab this trash.
I'm not.
Oh,
That
yeah,
trash will be all
Okay,
over the
yeah,
side of the
yeah,
house, the
yeah.
backyard, the front
Ain't no
yard,
taking it
down
out.
285. I'm not touching
Thank you for
it.
being
No,
honest.
No.
I will
Thank
go
you.
and take the trash out.
Yeah,
I will take the trash
Thank you
out.
for being honest.
Yeah, no, I will take the trash out. I can't sit here and let the trash pass because first of all, they only come in once a week now.
Right,
That's
you're
the
right.
thing.
So if it don't go out,
Oh,
this
did they
week-
start that this? Oh, well, that's right. They've been doing
Yeah,
it. Oh,
this thing come
okay.
once a week. So we gonna have all this trash sitting here. Like no, it's
Yeah, it will pile up. If my husband doesn't
I'm
get it, it will pile up.
gonna say something when you get home.
But that's a gender role.
It is.
So to
It
say
is.
why do they exist? That's what I'm saying. Like your question was why do they exist? And it's they're needed.
I was gonna say, don't you think we need it?
Absolutely, 100%.
Because when I look at a man, there are things in my head that I know that he has to do in order for me to know that you're a real man.
I was just about to say
Paying
that.
those bills.
I was just about
You know,
to say
you don't
that.
have to open a door for me or anything, even though that Cherie is not dead when you do it, and it's really good, and I would like that. And pull my chair out and all of those good, nice things. But yeah, there are things that you just know that when you get a man, these are certain things, gender role, that he's
supposed
gonna
to
have.
do.
Yeah, he is supposed to. It's just you're just supposed to be doing it.
Right. And so my question was, why do they exist? But only because maybe my past relationships.
But they
so-
have to exist.
They haven't existed in your past relationships the way they should.
Right.
So
Not saying
you
not
so you
all
don't
of them,
see
not
a
at
need
all.
for them because you
Because it's gonna get done.
yeah
regardless.
you handled your business.
Yeah.
But because you've had to play both roles in certain situations doesn't mean that gender roles are imperative in relationships. You get where I'm coming from?
I agree.
And I think considering this 2022 with
No, it's 2023, baby.
you all right.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Well, you know what? Everybody is gonna get that mixed up. Today is New Year.
Today.
Yeah.
But considering it's 2023 with inclusion and all that kind of stuff, we need to start defining once again the difference between male and man.
And I'm looking at this here. It says like another thing from when you're a kid. Girls should play with dolls.
Yeah.
Boys should play with trucks.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so I have a thing with that because I saw a meme with a little boy that was like playing in like a toy kitchen.
Mhm.
and having a blast.
What is wrong with that?
No.
He should know how to cook.
And no, that
Not
was
playing with dolls.
I don't know how
different.
old this is, but I know that back in the day they were like that. However, now, in daycare they teach us to have that little boy playing with a doll. Have that little boy in the kitchen, not for a gay thing. It's because he's going to be a father one day.
Yes.
He needs to know how to nurture his child.
Right. And a lot of
He needs
these
to know
men
how to
don't
do
know
certain
how
things.
to love
And because,
properly.
and I'm not bashing my husband. I love him with all of my heart. But and this was 26 years ago, when my son was a baby, my son would pick up a little doll or whatever, just picking it up or just seeing it if it was my cousin. He's like, put that doll down. And I'm like, quit tripping. No, it was in the daycare. He was in the daycare playing, and he was picking up the dolls because the other kids were. And he was like, I don't want my son with no doll in his hand. I was like, that is just crazy.
That's a little beyond.
Yeah.
That's a little,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's a little beyond,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the agenda, what they trying to, you know what I mean? But when it comes to relationships and dealing with certain people who expect certain things from them,
Right.
and it'll be wrong for me to move this couch and say, hey, grab the other end of that couch, baby, and take it up the stairs.
I mean, if we the only two here, we gotta get it up the stairs.
But now my husband, now I can see what you're talking about, but my husband will try to pick that whole sofa up himself. But now I will say, what are you
That's
doing?
what
You're
I'm
going to hurt
saying.
yourself.
It's not
Let me
even-
help you. But he won't ask for no help.
Exactly.
I would have to go and say, let me help you. You
And
know you
that's-
can't do that.
Brings me back to my original point. Gender roles exist. Y'all just like help with y'all. And like I said,
We just like help with our...
Yeah, and I said it again. Let's say I'm the man pay all the bills, right? You won't help with your dishes, and I don't mind that. But let's say I'm late on the bills. You won't know it.
So this is my thing. If you're paying all the bills, there should not be a problem with what she is supposed to do. Like, if you're taking care, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. You ain't gonna never have to. I ain't gonna never be like, hey, so I cooked again. Like, damn, you ain't gonna like. I would never.
You'll be surprised.
That's crazy.
What?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What woman's going to say, I cooked yesterday? Or
Nah,
I'm
it's like-
cooking again?
Like, nah, I cook. You ain't gonna never wash the dishes, or you ain't gonna never help me out around
You
here.
don't
at all.
never
well,
pay
yeah.
bills, bitch. I'm
Exactly.
sorry.
That's real.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
in our heads, even if we late, we ain't gonna ask you for help. Hey, baby, I'm short on the rent this month. You got a couple dollars? We won't ask for that.
That's a real man.
Yeah.
That's
You
a
get
real
what I'm
man.
saying? Our pride gonna stop us from doing it. We're
Right.
embarrassed.
That's a real
You get what
man.
I'm
That's a
saying?
real man.
We
Because
will not ask you.
These scrubs today that I hear of, mine is not, but they will come and say, hey, you got $50?
I'm
I'm
trying to tell you, they living with you.
Yes.
You get what I'm
yes,
from?
yes.
We talking about a real man, not a
yes.
male. We talking
Yes.
about a man who handle his business, who
Business.
run his household, pay the bills.
Title, a
Yeah.
man.
If I'm late, you won't know it. If I'm short, you won't know it. It'll take months, and we damn near finna get put out for me to say, baby, I got to tell you something.
Oh,
You get what I'm coming
wow.
And that's what I mean
It's a
by
pride thing, too.
that's what I mean by y'all need help with y'all. We won't even ask for help with ours. You get where I'm coming from?
So how do you feel about alpha females?
Their alpha females are imperative because of the difference in a male and a man. Most guys are males; they're not men.
Okay.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So you have to be an alpha
Yeah.
female. You got to take the trash out every now and then because this cat ain't gonna do it. You got to do this and that. You get what I'm coming from? You're not dealing with a man, and it's okay. Every male ain't gotta be a man. I guess nowadays it's 2023, so I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is what makes a man is a provider, security. You get what I'm coming from? Protector.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
All that other stuff is added. Like, I'm not a nurturer. I'm not a lovey-dovey,
That is
sensitive.
me. And my husband is
And
not
I'm not
either,
that
but
guy.
I am.
Problem too. Like, sometimes you do need to be sensitive a little bit.
But,
It goes down to natural instincts. Every man is not like that. I have an empathetic bone in my body. When it comes to, it's all about X's and O's, right and wrong to me. You get what I'm
Wow.
saying? Yeah.
You didn't see me, but now you're looking at me. I'm looking at you like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're saying that
That's
because
real.
my husband is exactly like that. And I'm like,
And
who
most
raised
real
you?
men are like that.
But I think that crazy
I
because
don't know.
there's
It's
got to be a
true.
medium
I think-
somewhere. But he's
I
just
think
like what he described.
Most real
XO, that's
men
it.
are like that. Traditional men, I mean, and again, when I say men, I mean,
Wow.
you ain't gonna have to pay. You wanna go work, go work.
I
You
don't
get
know
what
if
I'm
that's
saying?
true because there have been times when I have come to you about stuff like you're not necessarily like you're not cuddling me or nothing, but you have nurtured me like, and you have
His
been there for
sister.
me. Well, still.
You are my sister, and at the
Right.
same time, it may have been a right and wrong situation. You also come to me with situations, and I told you, Shiny, you dead ass wrong for that.
Yes.
All right. So it may have been a right, and all I see is X's, O's, ones, twos, right,
That is
wrong.
wild.
You get where I'm coming from?
Okay.
And that's why I can blow on anybody.
Yes.
You can love me, I love you, but at that moment, if I feel like you wrong, you're gonna get the worst of me. You get where I'm coming from? I don't have an empathy.
Especially if you initiated the worst to me.
Exactly.
Because you want this energy, you just got it because
Exactly.
you brought it.
100%.
Yes, I get that.
That's
I get
how I
that.
am, and that's how I think most
Yes.
men are, and that's why I think we're losing today in these
Well,
days. Most real men.
he better say that again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Real men are losing today because of that.
They're losing because of these males that you're speaking.
Exactly.
And they're not
100%.
stepping up. They're not, these males are not being the men that they should be. They're just like letting these women take it and do it and like you said, living with them women.
Absolutely.
And expecting them to do everything and hey, the gender role, hey, we're all of it. We're
You
everything.
playing both roles.
Right, both
I
of them.
think
The
there's
pants,
a
the hat,
deeper-
the purse.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a deeper issue. A lot of these men now were raised by single moms. Like we're in a whole single mom era. It's been that way for a long time. Shit, I'm a single mom twice. So it's like we're trying to raise men, but it's only so much that we can do
I completely agree
to
with that.
raise a man.
That's true.
I think
Yeah.
I do that.
I think
Because
that
a woman
my
can't
son
do what a man can
Yeah,
do.
my son needs a lot of male attention. Like he sees his dad, but he needs he a little soft. And he needs a lot of male attention. I be asking him, hey, you want to play basketball? He be like, yeah, I want to play with my toys. I be like, okay. You want to watch? Because I watch sports. I'm gonna sit Sunday. I'm watching football all day. I'm watching basketball all week. Like this is what
Well, let me
I
ask
do.
you this. Being an alpha female, right? I would
Mm-hmm.
consider you an alpha female. And that's by force because you've dealt with the lack of men. If you do run into a real man that believe in gender roles, that believe this is what I do, this is how you do, would that work for you? That's the question. Like,
So,
because
I
you're
have
so
that.
naturally in tune in what you've been for so long, would you be able to adjust to a man like me, an alpha male?
If he came in and said, okay, this is what I do and this is what I would like to do and this is what I expect you to know that I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
So
if
I
you
have
ask
that
her-
though. I have that. I'm in a long distance relationship.
Okay.
But he is that man. Like in his heart, he'll even say like, I'm trying to do this, and you fighting me on everything. I'm like, I'm not fighting you, but I'm trying. Like I feel like I'm giving a more sensible opinion. Like I don't know. So it is hard. It's very hard for me, and he really be like, okay, like I'm gonna have to take a break. Like
That's what I'm saying. You gotta let a real man be a real man. The moment you stop a real man from being like, the moment you do go to, I don't care how much money you make, the moment you make me feel like I can't take care of us, it's a problem. You get what I'm
it's
coming from?
never
You gotta
been
let a
those type of
real man be a
situations.
real man.
It's never been those type of situations. It's just situations where when I come up with something that I'm gonna do, that's what I'm gonna do.
And that's the problem.
And where did I get that from?
You are alpha female.
I got it from your mother.
Yep, and that's the problem.
And
And
that
that's
is a
the problem.
problem,
When
but-
you run into a real alpha male, you got to value what he is.
Okay, so
You
it's
have
like
to understand you dealing with a real man.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna go for certain things. He is gonna expect certain things. And because I know this what I'm used to doing, I can't do it like this no more. If this what I really want. It's just like it's hard to turn that male into a man, it's damn near impossible to turn a alpha female into somebody, a submissive woman.
I Okay,
It is damn
I
near
agree.
impossible
I agree.
to turn an alpha female into a submissive woman. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how good you
Wow.
look. I don't care what type of power you
I
hold.
think he said a
It
mouthful,
is
guys.
impossible to do that.
Because I know for certain I'm an alpha. I know. And I am a submissive woman.
Mhm.
Certain things. I'm trying. It's certain things I am. I am submissive to my husband. Yeah. Especially if he, come at me the right way. Now you cannot strong arm me and come and demand something and act like you are somebody's dad or you're over me or you're no, that ain't happening, because see, then the alpha comes out and I'm like, yes, no man, no sir, no ma'am, no. But I am an alpha and I can be submissive though as well to him. You don't think that you can be both?
I don't think so.
I don't think you can be both.
No?
I think there is a middle ground.
Yeah.
So I can never say I'm just gonna be like.
Y'all explain to me, why couldn't you be both though? Why couldn't you be a strong leading woman, a leader, but you can do, you could be, a submissive person to your husband?
Because if your husband, you just said, like if your husband comes to you a specific way, but obviously he's
No. If he comes, like, let me give you an example.
Okay.
If he say, honey, I really would like something to eat tonight. Do you feel like cooking? I would be like, okay, I don't feel like it, but the way he brought that to me, I want to cook it because he came to me right. If he came in the room and said, well, you know what, I'm hungry. I just got off work. Why didn't you cook?
You ain't doing it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not, because it's the way you came at me.
And that's a
But
problem.
yes, it's a problem.
I mean, that's a problem too.
Wait a minute, but y'all saying, but
guess what? He gonna go to.
y'all are saying I
Kim's
can't
house.
be submissive. I can. I said
He'll cook.
it depends on how. If he stays a real gentleman and come at me the right way as a real woman and ask me, even if I don't feel like doing it, I'm gonna still respect him and tell him in the way that is in a good way. I'm not submissive when you are trying to dominate me,
All
trying
right,
to act
so-
like you're my dad and
So
like this.
this is what I just heard.
Okay.
What I just heard was,
Tell me what you heard.
you will be submissive if your man walk on eggshells.
Wait a minute. And what I'm hearing you say is that you have to, you can't be a person, you cannot be a man who respect your woman and ask her in the right way so she can receive it the right way. That's not walking on eggshells.
Nah.
That's ask me the right way and I want to do it.
You may have I'm a lion. I'm not a sensitive person. I mentioned that before.
Right.
So I don't have empathy. You get what I'm
But
from?
you don't have to have
The way I
empathy.
may say something, it may not even register to me that I made you mad.
But now, if she brought it to your attention and say, okay, excuse me, who are you talking to? You can't just say, I'm hungry, get in there and cook.
No, that'll
Who
never
you
be
talking-
the case. That'll never be the
Who
case.
you
That'll
talking
never
to?
be the case.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I see
JD,
what
that's
you're
what I'm saying. No, you can't. That's wrong to come at a woman like that. And there are some guys that do that.
Yeah,
Be
nah,
like,
that's-
dang, they come in the door. Girl,
I feel like if he came in the door like that, this is like the third night. It ain't been no food, sis. So what?
Every night, yeah. If he doing that off
That's
the
what I'm
rip,
saying.
like day
Yeah,
one,
right,
first
right.
time you
Yeah,
miss.
that's different.
But what she said is, if by the time a man come at you like that, he done said something about it a few times already.
guys, I've been with my husband. In February, it will be 29 years.
That is
If he
awesome.
walked in the door right now and said, I'm hungry, I mean, you ain't cooked nothing? The way he says it will get him everything. He would be my king. He would still be whatever, but you cannot come at me the wrong way. If he came in and be like, Dad, babe, you ain't cooked in 3 days.
And that's what I'm saying.
Don't
Like,
you think
you
it's
can't-
about time to, because you call it walking on eggshell. That is not walking on eggshell. It's respecting. And just like when you say your mind might not be thinking of how you said it, she might not be thinking of what she has done. That wait a minute, you ain't cooked in 3 days. And she might be thinking of something else. She's tending to her business, her children, and everything. So it's all about how you come at a person. It's all about how you say it and how you do it. I'm telling you, it will work no matter what you do, even in the street. You come at somebody the right way, you can get your ass out of a lot of trouble. You come at your husband and wife, your significant others, your girlfriends and boyfriends. Say the right thing, and it'll save you a lot of shit.
I agree with that.
Shiza.
I agree with that.
Because no matter how my man come at me, if he come at me the right way, I don't care. I could be mad. Things could be going wrong. I could be feeling bad. But if he came and said, "Babe, I'm so hungry. You'll go get me something to eat."
Yeah,
Babe, I
I'm
don't
not
feel like
that guy.
cooking, but I'll try to.
If I
your
get
man
to the
should have
point,
to say that.
exactly.
He shouldn't.
And
No, he
know.
shouldn't have to tell you that he's hungry.
He should not have to tell you.
Well,
that.
look. For the record, guys, I cook.
Well,
but
me
if-
personally, I told my significant other that that's just a decision I never want to have to make.
right.
I don't even want to
Well,
think
mine
about
don't.
what
What?
we eating.
Right. Mine don't.
I don't want to
Mine
have to think about what we eating tonight. Don't ask
Yes.
me what you want.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just, if you don't want to cook, say, hey, why don't you pick something up? I'm gonna say, cool, what you want? You get what I'm coming from?
Yes, yes.
So, like she said, this should
Working
never be a
together.
time I should have to come and say, dang, you ain't cook nothing.
Right.
Well,
Well,
I ain't
there
doing-
are no times like that.
Yeah.
However, if there was, this is an if, guys, you still have to ask me the right way.
Yeah, I'm not
because
that guy.
if I came this
If
long,
I got to that point and
You're-
I got to
you're
say
not
it
this
that
guy.
way, we got a problem. And it ain't gonna be your problem.
But I will say
And
you
the
have.
problem ain't gonna be how I came at you.
yeah,
It's gonna be something totally different.
you're alone because I'm out like
No,
a
I
scout
ain't
on
gonna
a
say
track,
that. I'm not
you know?
gonna say that.
Okay.
However, we all human. We all need to
Right.
feel needed.
Mhm.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yes.
So I got a way of making people know I don't need you.
Well,
First
You
of
get what I'm
all,
saying?
his way is really rude.
It's really, really
Number
rude.
one.
It's terrible. When I get to the point where I want you to know
I can
don't
relate
need
to him.
Yeah.
I can really relate.
Yeah.
Because once I'm there, because I'm a nurturer, a lover, and I will do, and I like giving. I love giving. I love all of that. But if you got me to the place where you're seeing my ugly side, you've done something.
Absolutely.
And
let
now
me
you
say
about to
this.
see it. I ain't pulling it back.
I'm gonna
No.
put you on blast a little bit because you can have somebody who is making dinner, but it might not be dinner that you like.
Me?
Yeah, let's talk about crunchy rice.
Yeah, let's talk about crunchy rice.
Uh-huh.
Shayna is a
situation
trip, guys.
No, the situation was to explain that. Here's what the situation was. My wife, I've always told her you don't have to work.
Mm-hmm.
You get where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
She did not have to work. She wanted to be ambitious. That's fine. She wanted to start a business. That's fine. I help you do all that. So once we get the business started and now your ambitions are gone,
Mm-hmm.
family took a back seat. So when I say crunchy rice, it's because she stopped taking pride in feeding her family.
But okay,
You get where I'm coming from?
so the
She
rice,
started rushing. She
Okay.
started rushing doing this. She started forgetting about that because she was too busy over here.
okay.
You get where I'm coming
So
from?
it wasn't
We
like
started
the
getting
rice always.
The rice
been
was a
crunchy.
metaphor. No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
It came to a point where she started neglecting her family and pursuing her dreams. You get what I'm coming from?
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
I got
And my thing was, I'm a king, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you to work anyway. You get what I'm coming from? You don't have to work. I'm gonna make sure everything over here taken care of. You got a quality life. You never gonna
We
hurt
have
for
a
nothing.
gentleman, guys.
Right? Yeah, but you make sure the household taken care of.
Mhm.
You make sure the
Yes.
food in the refrigerator. I'm gonna give you the money for it. You make sure. So when you say you getting ambitious, and now you decide you want to do this and this, right? Now my dinner getting later and later. I'm eating dinner at 9,
Ooh.
right?
Okay.
I'm eating dinner at
We
9.
both said ooh at the same time.
And not only is my dinner coming at 9:30, the rice hard.
Oh, what?
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not the rice.
The rice is crunchy.
Stop.
You ain't even cooked it all the way.
Oh,
It's been sped through because you got
Yeah.
client downstairs.
yes.
Okay.
I can't even find clean socks. I
Loud
make
and clear.
$100,000 a year.
Loud and clear.
All this is paid, and I gotta go look in my dirty clothes laundry to find socks to wear to work.
Nah, your socks should be laid out with the other
You
stuff
get
on
what
the
I'm
bed.
coming from?
I get it.
That's where that came from. It wasn't about crunchy rice.
Okay. Yeah. 'Cause
It was about, all right,
story
man,
I
you
have was
tripping.
like, oh, I know that.
No, it was about, bro, you tripping, bro.
Okay.
I make sure y'all got a quality life. You ain't never heard for nothing. I should not have to keep complaining about this same stuff.
Yeah.
After 4, 5 years.
Wow.
You get, and I make $100,000 a year.
Agreed.
We got a joint account. All my money go to the joint account. All your money go to your personal account.
Oh,
but
no.
I can't find socks. It was not about crunchy rice.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was about reciprocation.
Yeah.
It was about being one-sided, and then I still gotta help you wash dishes. And I still gotta cook every now and then because you don't never help me do nothing. That's what it was about.
Oh, that gender role.
Gender roles. That's what it was.
Ooh.
So you mean to tell me I gotta provide everything? I still gotta cook to make you happy. She come home, I'm cooking.
I sure hope we get a lot of guys tuning in to this
That's what I'm
because
saying,
they
like-
probably blowing the thing up saying, yeah, you're right, man.
All you hear about is I'm tripping about rice.
Yeah.
That's all you heard. The whole divorce, the whole situation, I was the villain.
Yeah.
Because yes, that entire last year I treated her like crap. That's because 5 years previous, I was pleading.
And I didn't even take you for the I'm gonna get married. I definitely didn't expect for you to be the
First to get married,
to
the
get
first to
married.
have a family. Yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you get what I'm saying? And I was the rogue.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
When he was like, I'm proposed, I was like,
I was
oh
the
my God.
rogue of the family. That's why I say in my younger days, I wasn't the guy to trifle with. I wasn't a nice dude. You get what I'm coming from?
Yes,
So that's what I'm saying. When I finally decided to give everything to somebody, start a family,
Yeah.
and it seemed super one-sided,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
No, it can't be super one-sided. Not with not with people like us.
If you ask my ex-wife why we got a divorce, her answer would be, I couldn't make him happy.
That's crazy.
He was always upset. He was always picking at stuff.
That is gonna be your answer.
That's gonna be her answer.
What? But she, in order for her to say I do and you married her, she was pretty happy then.
Well, a lot of
And you were happy
we
then?
had this conversation. A lot of people are excited about getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they
People
don't
are
tell you what
M&Ms.
you want.
They married and miserable.
Yeah. It's like,
They
once
wanna
you
have a
actually
wedding.
realize
She
what
said M&M's,
marriage,
guys.
once you
Married and
realize what
miserable.
marriage entails,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't want, you get
A lot
what
of
I'm
people
saying?
can't do it.
Yeah.
The
It's like,
fantasy is just saying I have a husband.
I have a
Yeah.
husband.
Or I have
And-
a
and
Look,
we-
and don't even know his name. Oh, this is my husband.
Oh, girl, I can't.
I know it. That's why I said it.
Like, oh, I gotta ask my wife. I'm like, you mean Sean? Like, what the fuck?
so, I mean, I was the guy that was making all the compromises. You get where I'm coming from?
Yes.
You gotta think, I didn't celebrate holidays. I grew up,
Right.
you know what I mean? But this is the first time I had a Christmas tree in my house. And
This year?
No, when I was
Oh, when you were back.
married,
Okay,
yeah.
with her. Okay.
You know,
So you compromised and did what you wanted.
everything was about, I
Try to
left
make
my
her happy.
whole world and went to theirs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's like, you know, when we talk about gender roles and relationships, it has to be set in stone what those roles are. It has to be set in stone what each responsibility is. It has to be set in stone what you should expect from this person from the start to the finish.
Remember when I said we were talking about, I can't remember the title of the podcast that we were doing, but I said, Shayna, because you said, yeah, I'm about to come in on you right now. And I was like, Shayna, it's my prerogative to tell my
we were talking
man,
about the kids.
that I did not want any kids. And I said, just like what you just said, I told him what I wanted from the beginning. I did not let him be surprised or spring something on him or whatever. You have a decision to make from the beginning. This is what I like, XYZ. If you don't like XYZ, then we won't be married, but we can still just be kicking it, have friends and all.
Coexist.
Just exactly what you said.
Exactly.
And see, he agrees. He said it before I didn't
Well,
even.
see, my thing with that was you was like, well, we can still hang out. We can still. I'm like, well, what's the point? Why we still hanging out?
But sometimes
I'm not gonna waste my time.
Well, you know, hanging out and having fun before you get married, that's, you know, you're just doing something until the real one comes along. You have somebody there, but I know you might feel it's a waste of time.
And feelings get involved. That be the problem. Like with me,
They can be there all day, every day, but if you don't like if I tell you I don't want no kids and feelings are involved, I'm still not going to marry you, period.
and see, that's what I'm saying. If I know you want kids and I don't want kids,
Right. We
yeah,
already
why-
know
why
we
we
got a
doing?
problem in the beginning. But what we're doing is having fun. We can still just, like she said,
Because
coexist.
people be trapping people. I got trapped into a whole kid.
See, no. Mm-mm.
You gotta be an understanding up front.
Right,
What-
up front.
And like I said, with my situation, I was marrying a wife. I wasn't marrying an ambitious woman that wanted to pursue her dreams.
So that was never anything that you guys discussed. Like,
Never, not from the beginning. No, never, ever.
But
It
would that have
was-
changed things?
The reason it changed,
I was just about to say that.
well, if if we came into the relationship and she told me I want to start businesses, I want to do this and do this, I would immediately known that would hurt the household. Okay, what we gonna do about the home?
Right. So maybe I wouldn't have had a kid.
Or maybe we would have established that we need a nanny, or we need this, or we need. You get where I'm from.
Yeah.
But you can't make me marry you thinking I got somebody. You ain't gotta work.
False
Cool, I don't wanna
advertisement.
work.
But no,
False
but
advertisement.
You
You
can't
tell
say,
me.
you know, that's like saying, okay, today I don't have a dream of starting my own business, but tomorrow I might.
Right.
Well, that's the thing, right? That wouldn't work for the type of man that I am, because I'm a traditional man, right?
Okay.
My woman, her biggest dream is to take care of her man.
Oh wow.
And that's why I love her so much.
But you know what? You're like a lot of men out
She
there.
wants to take care of the home.
Wow.
She want to take care of her man. That's her dream, to start a family, to take care of her family.
I didn't even know those kind of people exist
Like,
anymore.
wait.
And that's the type of person I need, because guess
God.
what? I'm ambitious enough for both of us.
But wait, are
You
we
get
talking
what I'm
about
saying?
like currently?
Currently.
Okay, so so she wants to start a family. Like, are we talking about kids?
Yeah. We've talked about that as well.
You
Yep.
understand?
You don't want any kids?
Well, I had a
kids.
vasectomy. I had a vasectomy in my marriage.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
That can
And-
be reversed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've talked about that. You get what I'm saying? And that was kind of a plus.
Because wait, how old is she?
She's 30. She
Okay.
just turned
That's not
31
too late.
now.
Okay,
She
yeah,
just
yeah,
turned
yeah.
31 last week.
Okay.
And I ain't but 40. You talking about I'm old?
No, you're not. You can
Hold on.
have more babies,
Yeah.
honey. Yeah.
My daddy was 45 on my birth certificate.
Yeah, my dad was like 50.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, for real. My dad was old as hell. Okay.
But that's the thing. I understand that about me. I would not work with an ambitious woman.
Oh my gosh, but do you know that's not, it's
So
a
you
bad
don't-
thing in a way, because you might have a really good lady and she have ambitions and she want to get out
But
there.
I like
try
her.
that.
I love her actually. Like I've known her for
Oh,
a long
no.
time.
Well, see, first of all, I
So
don't
you
want
don't
to
want a
belittle
lady
my
who
woman.
wants-
I don't want to belittle my woman.
Because
I'm
you said she don't have no ambition.
yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Like, wait.
That's wrong. She
Are we talking
is
about the same
creative.
person?
She can make stuff happen. You get where I'm from. But what I mean by I don't want to. And what I mean by she's not ambitious is when it comes to taking care. If I told her right now you ain't got to work, she'll be in a heartbeat. That's all she want to do is take care of her man and her home. She got to work now because she got to. You get where I'm from. But when I'm in a position to where she ain't got to work, you get where I'm coming from, and you know, that's just because she got other bills outside of our household, right? She still don't have to pay no bills at our home. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she wanna take care of her man. That's what she wants. She don't want to go start a business and become this career woman and put family on the. She does not
But
want that.
what's wrong with that?
But if she
The
wanted to
It's
home-
just
start
not
it,
for you.
What I'm saying is the home. It hurts the home
But okay, so
because
there
now
shouldn't
you got
be-
somebody else raising your kids.
No, there shouldn't be any reason why a woman cannot take care of her home and take care of her business.
It's too
People,
much.
no, it's not.
Too much.
but if her
Taking care
man
of a
feels, now
home-
it's not too much, JD, it's not too
She
much, but
runs
if a
plenty of
man,
businesses
yeah, but if a
and
man,
take care of her house.
right, but if a man don't want you to do it, that's the bottom line to me. If your man say, look, because like I said in the beginning, I said with my husband, I don't want no children pop-ups. I want it to be just you and I. If he didn't want that and he told her that, then they needed to make a decision right then. And even if you had ambitions and you knew you were going to have them, and even in the back of your head, or even, even if it popped up in the middle of the marriage or whatever, you got to sit there and say, okay, because he asked you and he told you, I want my wife to not work. I want my wife to be at home and be here for me. When you said, yes, I'll do that. Yes, things could have changed 3 or 4 years later.
I was gonna say, people change.
Yeah, people do change. However,
That don't mean I did.
But he told you what he wanted.
That's
so because you
true.
changed, you got to. I don't know what you're gonna have to do because I wasn't in that
There's an adjustment.
situation.
You have a choice to make.
You got to make it. There
Okay,
you go.
So
Because
if she's handling home, fine.
So hold on, let me pause you right there.
Okay.
Again, back to the original topic.
gender.
Everybody got gender roles. Y'all
Right.
just want help with y'all, right?
Okay.
It
so
be
if
just-
she don't need no
I
help
have
first.
no. Listen, a lot of people undermine the job of a domestic engineer. And that's what I call a housewife. That shit is hard. Excuse my language.
No, it's okay. I'm
That's
trying
what
not to
it's
curse you.
called. That is what it's called. A
A
domestic.
domestic engineer. I like that
That is
title.
what
What?
it's called. A domestic engineer.
No,
It is so
that
many
nigga
different
get paid
moving
$100,000.
It is absolutely worth that. And that's
Yes.
why I say that a woman cannot be a successful domestic engineer and run a business and build a dream. It's too much. It's too
That's
much.
not true. It
That's
is
my
not
opinion.
true.
But I'm
That's
doing
my
that.
opinion. That's a
JD,
lot.
I'm
It's a
doing
lot.
it.
You're doing a lot.
Oh, it is a
It's
lot.
a lot.
And it does get to you.
Please,
That's what I'm
please
saying.
tell the businesses that you do
Right.
while you run your
But-
house successfully.
But he is.
I'm not saying it can't be done.
It can
I'm
be
saying
done,
that's a
but
lot on my woman.
and you ain't
It
lying.
is. It is.
You ain't lying.
That's what I'm saying.
And it does cost you. I'm just gonna have to call the duck what it is. It's a duck. It does cause problems because you are right. It does take away from the family. Even though I still do it, my rice is not damn raw.
You are superwoman.
Yes, and I do wear a lot of hats, but when I tell you, after a while, it gets to you.
Absolutely.
And you're like, oh, hold up. Then you're starting getting mad at everybody. It's like, help me. Because at first you don't need no help. You're like, oh, well, you got these hats on. And I'm
Exactly.
going to speak for myself. I'm doing the daggone cartoons. I'm doing the daggone singing. I'm doing the writing the songs, writing books, doing the daycare, and I'm cooking for my husband. Not no daggone ravioli bull crap. I'm talking about collard greens, cornbread, daggone macaroni and cheese, and the whole kit and caboodle on a Tuesday night, not a daggone
If
Sunday.
you had to slip up a little bit, guess who gets that? The grunt of that slip up. Guess what? Slipping up will be natural in that event. You're doing so much. You're overwhelmed. You're only human. You can't be perfect. But when you do slip, guess who gets the grunt of it?
Of course, the man.
And you expect him to understand.
But you know what?
Because you know what I'm doing.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's exactly.
Exactly.
And I do expect for him to understand. And look, now he don't put this shit to another. I'm not cursing this year, guys. I'm starting early. He don't put this stuff to the left, but I'm at the. But yes, I go through that already.
That's what I'm telling
And
you.
you are so right. And then and I do need him to understand because it's like, so you didn't see that I was in the studio Tuesday.
Yep.
You didn't see Sunday I was doing this. You didn't see Monday I was. You didn't
So
see.
what happens is,
now,
the man loves you. He's a good man. He does see all that. So he compromises.
Now,
And he accepts crunchy rice.
But
Not saying.
No,
You
not,
get what I
yeah,
mean.
but I do because sometimes
what
I
I'm
can
saying?
say, okay, I don't feel like cooking today, but what you want to eat? He said, you ain't gotta cook. No, you ain't. But what you want? I'm gonna do it quick though. It'll be some meatballs that's already cooked. That all I gotta do is warm it up. What do you? He was like, no, you don't have to cook, but I
You
do.
get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
But
And
No
he
man
is right.
wants that.
to me,
Like it makes me feel less of a man that my woman got to do all that.
okay, so
Oh, wow.
but
You get what
her
I'm
in
saying?
her
Good.
situation, she has like 15 projects going on
I feel you.
Right.
outside of her house.
I feel that.
So what I'm saying is, if your girl is taking care of home, she is A1 at that. She is
Yes.
what domestic engineer.
Oh Lord.
She is the
yes.
engineer. If she wants to pursue a small business, that shouldn't be a problem as long as it's
Not
not.
at all. Not at all. And that's what I'm telling
As
you.
long as it doesn't take away. When you start
Right.
taking away.
the rice is
I was
crunchy.
gonna say, as
Yeah.
long as it's not taken away
Gotcha.
from you
Gotcha.
being.
You get what I'm saying?
I got
If
you.
domestic
I
engineer
got
is
you.
your number one, then okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Until once you start slipping, now I got to point out this is why.
Yeah.
Look, y'all, we came to a middle ground.
Yes.
And on
That's
that
real.
note,
On that note,
listen,
yes.
we are gonna leave that. It was so much fun.
Absolutely.
I think that this just went above and beyond. We got a great perspective. And I appreciate JD for being here.
Yes,
This
so
was
do I.
awesome.
Thank you.
I think I was able to speak for us men. And
Oh,
get
yeah,
you
you
guys to
did.
He
understand us a
represented.
little
For
better.
the men.
You-
Again,
he
for
did.
the
Real
men.
men,
He
not
did
males.
represent men.
Not males.
Yeah, so we learned that too. There's men and there's males.
Yes.
I like that.
Absolutely.
I like that.
He represented, and this I think was a very good podcast. And if there are any men, which I know there has got to be plenty that felt the same way, because I know some
Yeah.
that feel the same way as he does. Please DM us And like and share
And subscribe.
and subscribe. That's a plus.
Yes.
And as always, Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year.
And yes, feel the rumble and
Listen to the roar, and we'll see you guys next week.
yes. Bye-bye.